I'm live. So, hello, welcome to Breathe, Relax, Recover, episode 21, the last in this live series. And just want to say thank you for everyone that's been watching. I've been getting some emails from people saying, hey, thanks, and had fun watching, and I appreciate that. You got 21 episodes here that you can go back through and watch. Most of them are the same, but I do have some different breathing drills showing up in some of them. We did some ground flow work. We did some burst breathing, some sniff puff, some different things like that. And no, that doesn't have anything to do with drugs. It's just a way to breathe, sniff and puff. So anyways, one of the things I'm going to try to do is go back through those and label them so they're easier to find if you want to go back and look at some of those. I also did a breathing cheat sheet download that was in my email to everybody. If you didn't get this or you want it, and if you haven't seen it and you didn't get the email, send me an email at kyle@coachkyle.com. Kyle, C-Y-L-E, at Coach Kyle, and that Kyle is also with the C.com. Send me an email there, kyle@coachkyle.com, and I will forward this to you. Alrighty. And it's just the different types of breathing that we did and what they do for you kind of neurologically. So like, do they ramp up your sympathetic or do they lower your sympathetic? That kind of stuff, things like that. Okay. So if you want that, let me know. Just a reminder, the exercises and drills that I teach in here are not meant to diagnose, treat, or cure any illnesses. If you don't feel good, go get checked out by your doctor. Make sure you're okay. Also, it's really important to always keep yourself safe when you're doing these drills and exercises. So I don't want you getting dizzy or passing out and hitting your head on something. So I recommend doing these either seated or lying down. Now, the other important thing with that, your position can determine whether the drill is a good drill for you or not. Okay, so sometimes if you're standing or laying down or seated, it can have an effect on your neurology and if your brain likes the drill or not. How do you know? Well, we do a reassessment. I'll get to that in a second. So always keep yourself safe. If you're feeling dizzy, lightheaded, nauseous, weird, funky, anything at all, stop the breathing drill. Go back to your normal breathing pattern, whatever that is for you. It's your lungs, you're in control, and you can breathe how you want, and you can just ignore my counting or my instructions or whatever I'm telling you to do for that particular breathing drill. All right. Also, keep your tongue in the spot if you are breathing through your nose. If we're doing a breathing drill that requires your mouth open, then of course you're gonna have to move your tongue a little bit. But tongue in the spot, the way you get there, just a reminder, is you make an E sound and you hold that and turn it into an N, and then you hold that. So it's E, and you hold your tongue in that spot. So your tongue is high and back and up on the roof of your mouth, and it's not touching your front teeth. It's not down here in your bottom jaw. Okay. Now, when you do that, it's going to block off the airway for your mouth breathing. So you'll have to breathe through your nose, which is great because we prefer nasal breathing, but some drills require some mouth breathing, and that's okay. Just drop your tongue enough for the air to come out. Lastly, the thing I always talk about is diaphragmatic breathing, breathing from your diaphragm, which means breathing down and out, not up here. Okay, so if you're breathing up here in your chest, that's called paradoxal breathing. You don't get as much exchange. You don't get as much air into your lungs because these lung fields are smaller. The bigger ones are down low. If you breathe down low, you get those filled up and you are healthier. Okay. So how do you know if you're belly breathing or paradoxal breathing? Put a hand on your belly, kind of over your belly button, underneath your rib cage, one kind of up here high on your chest, and then you take a couple of breaths, either normal or big, and you look in the mirror or you look at yourself and you see what's moving. If this hand is moving when you're breathing, then that means you're paradoxal breathing up high in the chest. And a lot of times when I see that, people actually bring this in and this up, okay, and that's really reversed. So what should happen is the lower hand should move out because your belly should go out, and this should remain still unless you're doing a completely full breath. Then this will rise a little bit at the end. Okay, so check it out. No, you can't really see that, so I'll turn sideways. So you should see my hand, my lower hand, as I'm inhaling. Exhale. In, out. Now what you're not seeing is this. In, out, inhale. So if you're seeing this with your breathing, you're moving up here, that's paradoxical. You want to try to breathe down and low and out. So way to get that, thumbs in your sides, bring your fingers so they just touch. I'm also touching my belly. I'm not away from it, I'm touching. So on the inhale, my fingers come apart. When I exhale, they come back together. And I'm not doing this, and I'm not just pushing my stomach. Okay, that's actual air pushing down and filling that out. Now, I also call this 3D breathing. Belly is just a start. We do 3-dimensional breathing. That means it goes all the way around. So you want to get something, a belt, exercise band, a towel, something like that. Wrap it around yourself just lightly around your midsection here, below your ribs, above your iliac crest, so your hip bone, kind of in the squishy spot. And then when you inhale, you should feel that some feedback with that being pressured all the way around 3-dimensionally, all the way around your back, because the breathing should go into your back and your sides and your front, not just your belly. We call that 3-dimensional breathing. Okay. Lastly, before we do some breathing, one of the reasons why I did this is with all the neurological training I've done and all this stuff I've learned, breathing is arguably probably one of the more important things that's out there for us to do. People always ask, if you were stranded on a deserted island and you had one exercise you could do, what would it be? It'd probably be breathing drills. That's the only thing that I was allowed to do, would be to breathe and practice that. So I was just talking with one of my athletes the other day who had some kind of weird thing going on and with them and had some inflammation and discomfort and gained like 5 or 6 pounds over just a very short period of time, like 3 or 4 days. So it's clearly just some kind of inflammation thing that was going on. So we talked through some specific breathing drills, and I got an email back a couple of days later saying, hey, that 5 or 6 pounds that I put on has all now gone back off, right? So we did something to improve her chemical reactions within her body. I'll just put it that way. I know it's a lot more complex than that, but we changed some things so that she could change her body, and breathing was one of the primary drivers for that. So breathing is super, super important. I've seen some crazy stuff get fixed with breathing, and I've seen some crazy stuff happen from not breathing well, and it can really have a big effect. So super important stuff. Tons of breathing drills out there, tons of breathing modalities. Pateco method is probably one of the most popular. The point is, again, to bring breath into your conscious thought for a few minutes a day, because we breathe 20 to 25,000 times a day. And how many of those do you actually think about? Right? Yesterday when you yawned, you thought about that breath, maybe. Okay, so it's important to bring that conscious thought of breath, the thought of breath into our consciousness for a few minutes and help just change our rhythm, do something to get our gaseous exchange of CO2 and oxygen in a little bit better place, to be able to have confidence that you can control your lungs, you can control your breath and recover your breath and do those kinds of things without panicking, because air hunger panic is probably arguably one of the #1 panic buttons in the human being, because we know that without air, we don't live very long at all without air. So we can go without food, we can go without water, we can do those things for days, but breathing and air, not very long, okay? So super important stuff. That's why I've been working on this, concentrating on it during this COVID, and we're at home and we're worried about things, and it just gives us some good information of things to do to help us be better. And like I said in my little write-up on the page where you signed up, my daughter, who is a PhD and working at a prestigious university, said she would feel better if I could volunteer and do some work for this COVID stuff. And I'm like, well, what can I do? Because pandemics are not my skill set, and I don't know what to do about those except for wash my hands and don't touch my face. And so I decided, well, I could do some breathing drills. So here we are, and here we've been, and here we're to the last one. I have 21 episodes, and here I'm almost seeing my halfway through, and I haven't even started any breathing yet. So let's do an assessment so we can make sure we've got a good breathing drill for you. So pick some kind of an assessment. It can be a body scan. Close your eyes. Think about, do I have pain, tension anywhere in my body? Where is it on a scale of 1 to 10? How much is it? Am I warm? Am I cold? Am I uncomfortable? Whatever, that kind of thing. You can do some kind of range of motion. So the one I like is doing this internal range of motion and see where my arm gets stuck. You can see mine gets stuck pretty high. Most people can go like this, but for me to do that, I have to hike up my shoulder, so I'm cheating. Or I also like to do just a neck range of motion. And actually my neck is feeling pretty good today. Usually it's kind of tight to the right, but it's feeling pretty good today. Or you can do vision. So I have Snellen charts off in the distance. I can look at those and see how many lines down can I read. I do my vision drill. Does it get better or worse? Does my arm range of motion get better or worse? Does my neck range of motion get better or worse? Do I feel differently after doing this drills? That's your reassess, okay? And then that tells you if that drill is good for you or not. So here we go. Do your assessment, whatever that is for you. And we're gonna start out with the traditional long in and just a short out when you exhale. Just kind of don't think about exhaling. Just fill up your lungs on the count and then just let the air out. Okay, we're going to do 6 today. We're going to go 6 in and then just let it out. Right, so all your air out, blow out, and then breathe in for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Breathe in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Breathe in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Breathe in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. One more time. In for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Breathe normal. And now reassess and see if any of that stuff changed for you, whatever your reassessment is. I'm not checking because I didn't do the drill because I was talking. So are you better or worse or neutral? So if you're better, cool, that's your drill. Keep doing that when I switch over to the other one. If you're neutral or worse, then come with me to the other drill and we're going to reverse that and we're going to do a short in and a long out. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. Reassess, see where you're at. And I know one of you out there doesn't like it doing it this way. It's not good for you. So you keep doing the long in and the short out and just reverse my count. Okay. So reassess, see where you're at. And now we're going to fill up our lungs pretty quickly within 2 seconds. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In. Out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In. Out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In. 6. Out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. In and out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then reassess, which I can go ahead and do because I was kind of doing the drill and my right range of motion there to the right feels less tense and feels better. So that's a good drill for me. Now, if neither of those were good for you, if you reassess poorly for both of them, that means we need to change something up and try again. So you could do more reps, you could do fewer reps, you could do 2 in and 4 out instead of 2 in and 6, or your count would be 2 and 4 instead of 2 and 6. Or maybe you need 2 and 8, right? Maybe you need to do 30 of these all in a row before you get that effect. Maybe you need to lay down. Maybe you need to sit down. Maybe you need to stand up. Okay, so those are the things that we can get into. All righty, so I'm gonna do another count. Now that you've figured out which one's good for you, I'm gonna do another count. I'm gonna go through 10 of these, and I'm gonna make it a little bit easier today. I'm just gonna do a 2 and a 4 instead of a 2 and a 6. But I'm gonna count the 4 a little bit slow, and you pick either a long in and a short out, or a short in and a long out. I think I said that right. And I'm just going to count, and you go through that, and we'll go 10 in a row, okay? If I can count all my fingers right. Okay, so ready? Either fill up your lungs or exhale them, whichever way you're going, and we're going to go for 1, 2, and then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm doing 6 instead of 4. Oh well, I'll just keep going. I'll switch it to 4. 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax and breathe normal. Now reassess and see if you're better or worse from what you reassessed before, because we did 10 in a row instead of just 4 or 5 or whatever I did the last time. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do another interesting thing here where we're going to try to breathe into one quadrant of your lungs at a time. Now, I know you can't literally breathe into just one space. Well, if you get really good at it, you can. But for now, what I want you to do is put your hands on let's go on your right side. This is my right side. It's probably reversed for you. Pick a side. So first of all, reassess, do some kind of assessment. Okay, check where you're at. And this time when you do your inhale, and we're not going to count, we're just going to breathe in and out. I want you to try to fill up the space here because my thumb is around here in my back. So I can feel it back there and I can feel it up front here. And I'm going to try to breathe in and fill the space. Now I'm still going to get air over here on this side too, but I'm going to concentrate on this right side. And I'm just going to breathe in and breathe out a couple times. Tongue in the spot. In. Okay, that time I really got a good breath right here in that area. I'm going to do one more. Okay, and I could feel it in my thumb and my back that time. The first couple times I did it, my back wasn't really getting much air back there, but the last couple times I started getting some air back in there. Okay, now reassess and see how that went. Are you better or worse from it? Okay, now we're going to do the other side because we're going to compare side to side and see what happens, because this is all neurological stuff that goes in with your cerebellum and your mesencephalon, your pons and your medulla and all that brainstem stuff. It's fun and interesting. So again, thumb kind of here in the small of your back, wrapping my hand around, put my other hand here just so I can give it some pressure. Let's do 3 here and try to fill up that space. Now this is my left side. Okay, it's hard to get it in there for me. I want to breathe over here on the right like I did last time. Try this again. That time I got more air on that side. Do it again. And you hear my voice just drop. So this is a good drill for me. So this is interesting. Breathing into my left side, and I'm feeling calmer too. So this is a really good drill for me. I'm going to do it again. All right. So now I'm pretty relaxed. So for me right now, breathing into my left side is actually the best drill I've done today in today's thing. And I feel relaxed enough, I might go take a nap afterwards. Not that I feel tired and wiped out. I just feel nice and calm and relaxed. So the other thing you can listen for, like you notice my voice dropped while I was doing that, is if your stomach starts to gurgle, that's another indicator that that was a good drill for you. Voice dropping, less tension through here, just feeling more relaxed. All right. So we're almost done with this last one. I'm going to take about a minute here, and I'm just going to quickly go through some relaxation. Now, this is just a self-relaxation thing where you get in a comfortable position. We're going to think about our feet. You're going to relax your feet. You can tighten up your toes if you want, and then let them go. Try to relax them. You can even exhale if you want. Breathe in and tight and exhale. So that's your feet. Now let's go to your ankle or your ankle area and your calves and your shins. So between your knees and your ankles, and relax that and tell yourself breathe in, breathe out. Now I like to either say breathe in and breathe out with each one, or I like to tensen up while I'm inhaling and then kind of and let it out and relax. Okay, so you can do it either way. So now between your knees and your hips, breathe in, breathe out, and relax that. Now around your lower section, kind of your seat and on around. So the lower belly area, upper hip area. Okay, think of that. Relax that and breathe in, breathe out. Now your belly and your low back, breathe in, breathe out. Relax that. Now your midsection, so like from your neck down to your rib cage. So all of this area here around your back, between your shoulder blades. Relax that. Breathe in, breathe out. Now your shoulders around here and your upper neck, your trapezius, the muscles in the back there to get tight. Try to relax those. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's go to our hands. So relax your fingers and your hands and your thumb. Maybe shake them out a little bit. Relax those. Breathe in, breathe out. Now the space between your wrist and your elbow. So your forearms, relax those. Breathe in, breathe out. Now between your elbow and your shoulders, relax that space. Tell yourself breathe in and breathe out. Lastly, let's come into our jaw area, around your mouth, your nose, your upper neck, behind your ears, the space back in here. Relax that. Breathe in, breathe out. Around your eyes, the tension that we build up in our eyes and our forehead from wrinkling up our furrowing our brow, or however we say that. Relax that. Breathe in, breathe out, all the way up to the top of your head. Breathe in and breathe out. Let that tension go out, either the top of your head or come out with your breath as you breathe in and breathe out. All right, so you should be in a nice relaxed state. I'm going to leave you there. When you're ready, just come out of your relaxed state and you'll feel good and recovered and warm and relaxed and energized for the rest of your day. Thank you for watching 21 episodes of Breathe, Relax, Recover. I had a great time. I hope you have too. If you had any questions about any of this stuff, you're welcome to send me an email at kyle@coachkyle.com. And I will leave these live replays posted up here so you can come back and watch them anytime you want. All right. Thanks. Take care. Bye.